What's up, Aries? This is Jesse with 44 Astro with a new moon tarot reading for the new moon coming up on June 6th, 2024. It is going to be at 8:37 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is going to be at 16 degrees Gemini, which will put it in the 6th mansion of the moon. If you haven't noticed, I've used the number 6 a lot here. Now, 6 month, 6 day, 6 mansion of the moon. So you say 666. Oh God, that's so scary. It's because people don't understand what 666 actually is. 666 is the sun, the magical square. It's really Mercury 2, because if you study the rays, which is deep occult esotericism, and it's probably hard to really find the text on it. Alice A. Bailey is probably the most available information you're going to find on the rays. You can't really have the sun's influence purely through a human. The sun's rays are so powerful in its pure form that it's destructive. But if you look at the magic square of the sun, like magic squares, if you studied any occult, you'll know they have magic squares back in the days of alchemy. All the sides, if you add them up, they all equal 6. So it's 666 on the magic square of the sun. That's why when you see famous people doing this right here, they're throwing up their 666, right? It's because they're famous. They are stars. So they are the sun. Things are revolving around them. So don't be afraid of 666. It's a representation of the sun. More so than that, we are carbon-based life forms. 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. Carbon-12. It's what everything's based off of our planet. So 666 is not what we've portrayed it to be. And in the Bible, when they're mentioning it, they say it's the number of man, and they're specifically talking about Emperor Nero, because the Roman numerals will add up to 666. Anyway, that being said, sixes are really all about balance, right? You want to be balanced. The astrology right now, if you're an Aries ascendant, talking your second or third house, and there's a lot in Gemini right now. It's heavy Gemini, heavy air in general right now. The sun and the moon and Venus are all conjunct, which you would think would be very sweet energy in communication. It would be, right? And it'd be a good time to maybe profess your love to someone, or someone profess their love to you, except it's all square Saturn. So it's likely that you would want to do that, but you'll find an excuse not to do it. There's some kind of block or delay. Or if you do it, it won't be received in the way you thought. Or if somebody does it to you, you won't receive it in the way that you want it to, just because Saturn does these things. He blocks them or delays them. Oh, right there. But because this is occurring in your second and third house, that's what's going to be lit up by the sun, Venus, and the moon. Be careful about harsh communications if it's your second house, about money. Be careful about harsh communications around your kids if it's the third house. Things like this, because emotions are running high. Mars is also touching Pluto in a square, and Mars is in Aries. That can be very aggressive or angry energy. Now, it's not directly touching the sun, the moon. Well, it is in a semi-sextile, but that's a minor aspect, so it shouldn't affect so much. But there's so much energy in Gemini, which is all about communication, learning, brothers and sisters, could even be children, this types of thing. You just got to be careful of angry communication, especially if that's hovering in the background, and Saturn is touching it, and he is the great malefic. Now, he's not as strong where he's at right now in Pisces, but he's still going to delay things. He's still going to make things not mean what you want them to mean, that type of thing. So just be careful around that. Just don't let your words fly free, even if you want to communicate. Like, there may be something you want to communicate that needs to be communicated. It probably just won't be received in the way that you want, or vice versa. You won't receive it in the way that the individual meant it. Anyway, with that all being said, let me get you some cards. My animals are going wild in the background. I do apologize. All right, let's see what we got. Your moon card was emotions are running high. And that can definitely be the case with the current astrology. Again, that's the houses I mentioned is if you're an Aries ascendant. If you don't know your ascendant, you need to know how to look up your natal chart. And there's a video in my astrology section on how to do that using my natal chart as a guide. But emotions are running high. Something is clearly happening here. Got something big, some kind of big institution on the bottom here, or some kind of a tradition that's overseeing everything here. Emotions are running high. Could have to do with the water sign, but likely this is some kind of offer coming in. I mean, it could be that your life is revolving around some kind of water sign, or this is the center of what your thoughts are what you want your communications to be around right now, and it's crossed by the Wheel of Fortune. So if it is a water sign or a watery individual in your life, whatever is about to happen, and it's going to be sudden, is fate. But if it is you're trying to communicate love, and the astrology would suggest that that type of thing with Venus in Gemini on the sun and the moon, outwardly you could be wanting to express love because Venus can represent that, and inwardly you may be wanting to express that. So some kind of fate may come through in that way, like some kind of, you may offer your love to someone or somebody may offer it to you. But whatever's going to happen, it's going to be sudden. It's fated, whatever it is. This is something that has to happen. It's going to be sudden, whatever it is. It could be, weather's been really getting people as far as like their homes and stuff. I guess the tornadoes have been crazy. Hurricane season is now upon us. So we want to be very weary. If you're in an area that has a chance to have very bad weather, be careful. Like, heed the warnings. You may just be in an area right now that has really bad weather. Just be wary of that. You're crowned by King of Wands. This could be you, Aries, because you are a fire sign. It looks like you're facing away from the future here in the reading. Whatever this sudden thing is, it was good. Some kind of victory or some kind of something that puts you in a really nice light. Something that made you feel like this. Or at least this is how you want to feel, because this is the unconscious influence, right? So internally, this is what you want. You want victory, or around you, you're feeling victorious in some way. But whatever this sudden thing that happened is, it came out of nowhere. And hopefully it could just be that you've been going through like really bad weather right now. And I think a lot of people have. Behind you, you've been holding on to your money, like really having a penny pinch, saving your money, or at least you feel like you have been. And that might be why your emotions are running high. Again, with this over the reading, you may have gotten some kind of message from a large institution. Something like, hey, big message. And it looks like it's a message of money. There's some kind of, either you're gonna receive money. It looks like you're gonna receive money because this is in your environment. It's some kind of message of money. Like, I can't read that any other way. It's coming out of nowhere, swift, or like maybe you did expect it, or maybe you didn't expect it, but some kind of message, opportunity anyway, that can be valuable. Now, whether you accept it or not is gonna be on you. And if your emotions are running too high, you can miss out on this. So calm that down if you can. Try to see things from a as clear a lens as you can given the circumstances. The wheel is turning. So this is something that's fated. Like, this is not something you're going to escape. This is your advice. This is saying, like, plan for the future. Like, if you do get this money, invest it wisely. Right? If you do get a message of money, it's a nice sum of money or a nice opportunity to make money. Do right with it. Take care of your family. That's what this is saying. Do right with it. Use your money wisely, because that's in the advice. Just because it's the Ten of Pentacles, it's not saying you're going to have all this money. This is saying use the money that you get wisely, because this is a family card. It's a happy home card. And the outcome is looking down at your money, or like looking at all the seeds that you planted. And that's what it can be saying with the money. Like, plant lots of seeds. Be wise about what you do with your money. Invest. If you use your money to make more money, invest it back into whatever it is that either got you the money or that you're really interested in, that you like to do. It's important that if you are going to undertake something, that it's not just because you want the money, but it's because it's something that you enjoy, something that you love. Because when it's something that you love, you're more likely to do well at it because you really care. And your energies will be much better because you like what you're doing. Therefore, it's more likely to give you a positive result. What you give out is going to come back. You feel good inside, out. It's going to be things from the outside that make you feel good. So it's important that you do it in that way. And that's kind of what it's screaming here. You've been thinking about it. Whatever this victory is, it's something that you really want. Either it's already happened or you've been like anticipating it. It's going to be sudden. Could be something like a storm caused damage to your home or something, and then you get like a big insurance check out of it or something like this, because this is a message of money, right? Whatever this message is, it came out of nowhere, or it happened suddenly. Maybe it didn't come out of nowhere. Like, maybe you expected it. Most likely you probably expected it, but it's going to loosen things up a lot, and you're going to have the ability to actually not be like this. You're not going to have to hold on to everything and really watch everything as much. Some opportunities coming. It's going to help you a lot, financially specifically. You can't read this any other way. I mean, it could be something really big with emotions running high. I mean, you'd be like, whoa, man, whoa, like freaking out. This is awesome. I mean, whoa, how did I get all this? Or something like that. I mean, I'm not going to say you're going to go win the lottery. I mean, your odds are like, depending on what lottery you play, like 1 in 350 million. So, I mean, it's pretty hard to do. 1 in like everybody in our country. So, I mean, it could happen, right? It could be this, but one Aries out there. Aries is a successful sign. Aries is very likely to be very wealthy in their life if they just put the effort forth. And Aries, they're cardinal sign, so they're just going to go straight at it, and they're probably going to accomplish whatever it is they want to accomplish. But it's something major, wherever this message comes from, some kind of big institution. It could be from like the state, the government, the courts, lottery even, a job, a big corporation giving you an opportunity to make a lot of money. It could be something along those lines. And if you get that opportunity, take it, But use the money wisely, or use the opportunity wisely, and invest, or like set yourself up for the future. Okay, Aries, that's all I have. Please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. You don't have to if you don't want to. Also, please turn on the notification bell. Like, I'm seeing that like not a lot of people are really making it back to the channel. It's because you probably don't have the notifications on. And YouTube isn't going to just like recommend my videos because I'm a very small channel. So they're not just going to recommend my videos to you every single time I upload. So you'd have to probably have that notification bell on to make sure that you don't miss them, if that's something that you want to do. Either way, don't have to if you don't want to. I'm just glad that you're here watching the video, Aries. Happy new moon.